right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makar Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. This is the brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch. As you can see here, I have this article and it's entitled Pakistan's Digital Nation Transformation, a New Era of Governance and Connectivity. All right. And pretty much, what we have is nations, upon the earth pushing, this new world order system. And as we know, that new world order system entails a cashless society. It entails digital IDs, all right, that eventually, as we know through prophecy, those digital IDs and all your data is going to be on the RFID chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast, okay? And not only that, that device is going to be pierced into you, okay, as pursuing, to prophecy. And without that mark, it's not going to be possible for you to operate on the grid of Esau Edom, all right, on the grid that has been set up, upon this earth that belongs, to the wicked right now, all right, as it tells us in Job chapter 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he covereth the faces of the judges thereof, all right. So very soon, if you don't have that mark, you're not going to be able to be a part of Esau's society and sustain yourself on the grid, of Esau Edom. All right. And that's all, biblical prophecy. Now, as we know, again, through prophecy, the elect are not going to take that mark. All right. As the scriptures tell us, the elect are going to have victory over the beast, over the image, and over the mark. Okay. So we will solely, be trusting and hoping in the saving power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, in order to sustain us and deliver us in these last days. All right. Because like I said, we know through prophecy that the elect are not taking that mark. All right. So the Lord is going to make a way for the elect. As the scripture tells us in the book of Isaiah, my servant shall eat, but ye shall go hungry. All right. So we don't have to worry about how the Lord is going to do what he's going to do. But what we do know, and as it tells us in Romans the 15th chapter, the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. All right. So we can look back upon the various different stories and accounts that we have in the scriptures of how the Lord delivered, righteous men in time of adversity. All right. And we can expect, the same miracles and even greater. All right. Because when we go to the book of Daniel's, the 12th chapter, it tells us that this is going to be a time like never before since there was a nation. All right. So pretty much, the Lord is going to outdo the great works that he's done, upon the earth aforetime. So the miracles that we're going to need, all right, and that we're going to receive in these last days are going to be, overwhelming. Okay. And you know what? That reminds me of, let's get it right quick, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, and I believe it's the 19th verse. Okay, right. So this is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. And it reads, so they shall fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy, who's the enemy, all right, our prime enemy, is Esau, Edom, the Edomites. All right, beginning with the ruling, banking families that rule the earth in secrecy, the secret counsel of the wicked, as mentioned in Psalms, the 64th chapter. Okay, those are our enemies, all right, our top enemies on the left-hand side. Okay, so it says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, all right, and that time is coming, all right, when the enemy is going to come in like a flood. And when he comes in, like a flood, all right, to persecute the prophets of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, to demonize us, to accuse us, all right, to kill us, all right, because through prophecy that's also going to happen. The scriptures tell us that some of us will be beheaded, all right, because that's prophecy, all right, that actually has to happen, because it's actually in the book of Revelation, all right. You're going to have men of the Lord, our heads are going to be put in that guillotine, and we're going to be beheaded, and that is going to fulfill, prophecy, okay? But not all of us are gonna encounter that fate, because remember, it's a time of salvation, all right? And even if you do, encounter that fate, that don't mean that you wasn't saved, all right? That means that you're gonna come back, with Yahushai, okay, when he cracks those clouds, all right, which is a blessing, okay? That is a tremendous, blessing to be able to come back with Yahushai, after you've been beheaded. Okay? So, hey, whatever fate, is lined up for us, through the Spirit, hey, we have to embrace that, with open arms, all right? Because as Yahushua said, I am with you even unto the end of the world, all right? Roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord is going to give the elect a very special spirit to deal with whatever they have to encounter in these last days, all right? So again, it says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, all right? And that's where, we can expect the miracles. That's where we can expect very strange and spooky things transpiring upon the earth, concerning us. That's going to deliver us out of certain situations, okay? We don't know how the Lord is going to do it. We don't know, we don't know, the intricacies, all right, of these works. And we don't need to know. But what we do know is it's going to involve spiritual power. And it's going to involve, a transformation of our state. Okay? So, one moment, we're going to be weak, helpless. And then the next moment, the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is gonna flip the tables, all right? We're gonna have angels, at our calling, all right, helping us. Okay, in that day, we could actually see, angels, manifest and just start talking to you and telling you what to do and guiding you through the Spirit. Okay. Or angels, manifesting and taking out, troops. All right, these are some of the things that could, very well happen, in these last days. All right, because remember, this is the end. All right, we are living in the end. All right, of the end. Okay, we're in that time where miracles are gonna unravel, upon the face of the earth, and we're gonna see some things, man. We're gonna see some very terrifying things, but at the same time, we're gonna know that it's the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that's stepping in for us, man. All right? So again, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Now let me go back to this article. All right? Now it says, the Pakistan government introduced the Digital Nation Pakistan Bill 2024, intended to create a digital identity for citizens and centralize social, economic, and governance data. This bill aims to transform digital. Salaki, let me read that again. This bill aims to transform Pakistan into a digital nation, fostering a digital society, all right, economy, and governance through innovative technologies and secure infrastructure, all right? So, best believe, all right, the powers that be, all right, they already have plans to introduce and make mandatory that chip, all right? They already have plans to introduce that. That's a part of the framework of all of these changes that are happening upon the earth. Okay? Now you have some, intel and whistleblowers that are actually telling you that, yeah, the plan is, to eventually, chip the people. All right? You had the interview with Alex Jones, where you had Alex Jones interview what's his name? Aaron Russo. Okay? And they told him, all right, what did the elites tell him? They said, "Yeah, we wanna chip the people. All right, that's the intent. That's their agenda. Okay? And more importantly, that's biblical prophecy. So that's something that has to manifest upon the earth and has to be played out because it's biblical prophecy. And as the scriptures tell us in Isaiah 55 verse 11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void. All right, so what the Lord, has proclaimed and solidified is going to be played out, upon the earth, man. Okay. Now it says, the Pakistani government unveiled the Digital Nation Pakistani Bill 2024 in the National Assembly on Monday, introduced by Minister of State for IT and Telecommunication, Shaza Kawaja. All right? The bill aims to create a unified digital identity for citizens, streamlining social, economic, and governance data. All right? So this is centralizing everything into one. Okay? So they're making everything into one. They're universalizing every process upon the earth. And we was going into this at the camp, just this past Saturday. Everything is being centralized into one. All right, you got apps out there where you can merge. You might have 3 or 4 bank accounts. Well, now there's an app where you can unify all of your bank accounts in one place, which is quite heavy, when you think about it. All right, you're integrating personal data, at the click of a button. You're unifying all of that data in one place for the sake of convenience. All right? And that's why the scriptures say, let's get it right quick. In what's that? 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. All right? 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. All right? So we're familiar with the evil schemes, of these devils, man. All right? And we know what this is leading to because our eyes are opened, because we are enlightened, we are illuminated with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So we know what's up. We're not asleep as others are asleep, man. We know what's going on. Okay? So it says the bill, one second. Got some demons out here, man. Right. The bill aims to create a unified digital identity for citizens, streamlining social, economic, and governance data. All right, so everything is going to be centralized. Everything is going to be on one, platform. Okay, and like what one of the elders was going into at the camp, they already have, particular apps out there where you can do everything from that one app. You can access, your ID, you can access your medical records, you can top up your phone, you can pay your rent, you can pay your phone bill, you can do everything on one, platform, one app. All right, so what do you call that? That's gradualism. All right, that is gradualism that they're using as a technique in order to usher in these things and have you acclimatized to it, over a period of time. Okay, which that's how the serpent rolls. All right, and you have to have great patience in order to do that. Now it says the proposed legislation seeks to transform Pakistan into a digital nation. The agenda shared with the media emphasized how this initiative will cultivate a digital society, economy, and governance framework leveraging the power of digital technologies and innovative service delivery models, man. All right? So we know that's going to lead, to the MOTB. We know that's going to lead to a cashless society. Okay? Everything is going to become one. There is going to be no physical and tangible cash. Everything is going to be digitized, man. So if you spend money or you transfer money from one person to another, all right, there's going to be a transaction code, all right, for lack of a better term, for that transaction. So that money has now been imprinted with that deal that you made, with that person. Okay, so that's going to be imprinted forever. So if someone else, all right, you say you end up, buying a drink with a portion of that money, well, that code of the origin, of that particular, substance of money, the fraction of it is forever going to be imprinted with the first original code, and what that code, was about, whether it was buying or selling or, a gift or whatever the case was. Everything is going to be marked. All right. And I hope I'm explaining that properly. Okay. Because that's called Giselle currency. Look up Giselle currency. All right. And I believe that was named after a man by the name of, Silvio Giselle. All right. If I'm not mistaken. All right. And he came up with the, idea that, we should have programmable money. All right. Which when you have programmable money, it gets deeper, because then you have money that you can program for food. You have money that you can program solely for paying bills. You have money programmed for traveling. You have money, programmed, specifically for, different, sectors in society. All right. So it compartmentalizes, different, uses for money. And, the money that you use to buy food can't be used, in any other area. All right. That's how technical, this devil is going to make it, man. And what does that do? That enslaves you more and more and more. And it restricts you more and more and more. That's that slavery. All right. But that's what, Esau is bringing to life in these last days by making all of these moves upon the earth, man. All right. So that's what I really want to get, in this, let me read this last paragraph. It says, officials confirmed the establishment of the National Digital Commission and Pakistan Digital Authority as pivotal structures for achieving the bill's objectives. These bodies will provide strategic direction and governance oversight, targeting enhancements in government services like ID cards and health records. The move represents a step forward in enabling modern, efficient public service delivery. All right? So this transformation, is happening upon the earth. And when you see, these things start happening in Babylon the Great, and particularly as well, over here in the UK, you're going to see how quickly things, hasten, when these announcements are made, in Babylon, and over here in the UK, things are going to move even quicker like they have been doing anyway. All right, so we're coming to that time, for Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying. And until the next one, I'll say Shalom. Kaholayim la Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kwadash. Shalom.